Okay. Can you please help us in understanding what the heck just happened?
To begin with, I know that several people have seen me speak before, so I don't want anybody to have any kind of advantage. What I saw in the last several evaluation contests, and when I go on YouTube, I see it all the time. People come up and they use platitudes. It's almost like they have bullet points of what they're going to say to make it sound really good, but it doesn't really answer the question to the individual person who gave the speech. And this should be more like a club contest or a club evaluation, one-on-one kind of thing. Because when they start by saying, who wasn't inspired by what they just saw? You are certainly a wordsmith. You painted us a picture with your vocabulary. I dare anybody to see this speech and say, who wasn't inspired by what they just think of in terms of an icebreaker and kind of level the playing field so that it's fair and ethical for everybody to speak. That's what I did. Oh, and my speech, I'm trying to get away from everybody who didn't see, hasn't seen. Did anybody go to the Vincent Van Gogh exhibit? There's a quote in there that Vincent Van Gogh says, he says, sometimes success is a compilation of a lot of failures, like the speech.
And you should say,
How long have you been a Toastmaster, and what club are you a part of and representing?
I have been a Toastmaster for about 7 years. I started in Syracuse, New York, with energetics, and I came back down to Florida. I joined Toastmaster Club 1810, Camp Toastmasters, I guess about 2016 and 2017 maybe, and I'm also part of the BTSC, the Bob Turnall Sandwich Evaluators Club, which I'm very, very proud of.
You talked about failures.
Yes.
What is one failure that you've experienced, and how did you overcome it?
Well, I don't know if I ever really overcame any of my, they still haunt me. My favorite quote is always, if you can't get out of it, get into it. So you just kind of press forward and hope for that, at least for me. But it's still there in the back of your mind. So it's a fool who judges history, but it's a wiser person who tries to learn from history, and that goes with your personal history as well, I think. Still have to learn to forgive myself on a few of those. But I try and pay it forward.
Thank you. You going? Okay.
Sure, I can talk all day.
You also enjoy history, and I think you just mentioned a little bit of it. What is your favorite part? I used to love European history, so what's your favorite to learn?
It's fascinating. Let's talk about history, because it was a pirate theme, and I just got done giving a speech about it. There are pirates, there are buccaneers, there are corsairs, and there are swashbucklers. Now, a swashbuckler isn't a pirate; it's just some guy that walks around with all kind of flexed up, and he's got a sword. Meanwhile, your buccaneer pirate is normally the people that we consider running along the Atlantic Ocean. Your corsairs are more French, and therefore they were more part of the Mediterranean Sea and the Barbary coast. And your buccaneer was actually meat smokers, viande boucanier, which pretty much means beef jerky in French. And they went off the island of Jamaica, and they got angry with the Spanish for doing that, so they joined the other pirates, and became a little more anglicized or Americanized, if you weren't Anglicized, and they boucanier became buccaneer. So that's the history of that. Right now, my favorite part of history is trying to change the legacy of High Top. Al Stump lied in his book, and the movie was just atrocious. And that's what I'm trying to do, is set things right for his legacy. He gave so many charities, and he created a hospital in Royston when nobody else would build one. He just gave him Royston, Georgia, and he just gave him money and wrote the check and tried to keep it anonymous. But it's a shame what history has done to him. So, but overall, I just love history. You just mentioned history, I'll learn any of it. So,